Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at hand pathing the downswing and a simple solution for a few players to the hand path shifting too far in front of them in the start of the downswing. I know they're not alone out there with that, so hopefully there's a few of you out there that can use what I provide today to help you with your impact and ball flight. Thanks for joining me again. So today we're looking at the hand path from the very start of downswing. For players that get the hand path too far in front, it's really difficult to just hit consistently good shots because they're going to have to compensate from that position. So for players that are high level, very consistent with the ball striking, typically what I've shared as well in a past video is that you'll see the hand path from say half to 2/3 back to the top, and then into the start of downswing, trace each other. So let's just say from around here to the top to back down again. So from left arm parallel to the top to back left arm parallel, the hand path is pretty much going to trace each other. For the players today, I was seeing more of a loop where the hands would work more in towards the top on the way back and then start to loop more over, with the hands working too far this way in front of them for the right-handed golfer in the start of downswing. So the simple, or I mean it seemed simple for them, that was their feedback. The solution that we came up with for them was that from the top of backswing, what would they have to do to remove that movement? And a lot of them at the start move their hands straight down. So if I show you from face on, the movement straight down, the only issue with that is they're really getting their trail elbow really close and up against their body, which often leads to this kind of a motion here, which is really not what we're looking for either. We want to always be encouraging movement to have the right matches, and we don't want to move from one movement, let's just say, issue to another. So essentially then, we want the hand path to match, but we want more width. And that's when the player started to add width through extending the trail elbow. So they built the awareness that, oh, from the top, I need to be wider. I also need less flexion in that elbow. So I'll show you that from down the line. So from the top, that's them just extending the trail elbow there, getting wider. And from there, they're able to turn and get the energy all going this way through the shot. So I know there's probably a few players out there watching thinking, well, I thought I would never want that motion in the golf swing. Is that casting? So if you look at me doing this motion here with the elbow, I'm not actually doing anything with my hand. So, and if you think of the force here, if I'm doing that with my elbow, I can be pulling on the club, which would, it's going to lead to a nice amount of lag if we do it. Again, it's all doing the right amount of each movement in the golf swing, but all I'm trying to say here is that it's just because the elbow is extending doesn't necessarily mean that the release of the club is happening at that point in time. So that's really all I'm trying to get across there, is that I wouldn't be too afraid to incorporate this move in your golf swing if this is something that you find that you battle. I'd more encourage you to have a go. So let's have a go here to the top. We're going to get a nice amount of width there. We're going to feel as though we can rotate through. Love the amount of space that I feel like I have when I do that. Man, that was nice. I felt like I had so much room. So once again, just to recap, for a player that gets the hands a little bit too much in front, let's try getting the hands to trace, but getting it to trace by allowing the trail elbow to extend and create more width. And then from there, turning through the shot and allowing your energy to move through it as well. That's something that I'd like you to, or maybe it's worth consider next time you go to the range, if you find that you're a player that gets that over the top, as many of us would call it, pattern going in your golf game.